Good evening, my Dharma brothers and sisters. So what can we talk about today? Có chuyện gì để nói không? Daniel was showing me something about in the book. I stopped reading books for a long time, so I don't even remember. Chứ ta không có đọc sách lâu lắm rồi. And I found out that the only books that's really worthy is the book of Ourselves. Cuốn sách mà có giá trị nhất là cái cuốn sách về cái tâm của mình. Đọc chính cái tâm của mình. We read what's going on within the mind. So during 30 minutes of meditation, how many thoughts were there during the session? Vậy thì trong 30 phút đó, bao nhiêu tư tưởng đã xảy ra trong tâm của mình? Many. Little.
Maybe 20, I don't know.
Many, but the good news for me is the repetitions of the same topic.
That's great. And I'm really happy that you can say that maybe little, maybe many with the same topic. Rất là vui khi mà các vị nói rằng là ít hoặc là nhiều, hoặc là cùng tư tưởng nó xảy ra. Why? Because when you say that signifies that you're aware of it. It doesn't matter that how many or how little. Cái đó chỉ ra được rằng là chúng ta có được một cái chánh niệm để mà hiểu được những cái gì nó đang xảy ra trong tâm. So the little or the many, it doesn't matter because they're just an object passing by. Bất cứ những cái gì nó xảy ra trong tâm, ít hoặc là nhiều, nó chỉ là một cái hiện tượng xảy ra rồi nó sẽ đi thôi. Therefore, we shouldn't be worried about. What we do worry is that are we be mindful enough to be at the present moment? Quan trọng là mình có chánh niệm ở trong hiện tại. That's important. Emotion can arise and go. Same thing with thoughts. Cảm xúc trong tâm có thể đến và đi. Những tư tưởng cũng vậy thôi. If we treat emotions and thoughts as a guest passing by without giving it power, then everything will be okay. Nếu mà chúng ta đối xử với lại tư tưởng và trạng thái tâm thức đều là chỉ là một cái khách qua đường thì không có chuyện gì sẽ xảy ra hết. The art of meditation is to observe. Nghệ thuật trong thiền là chỉ quan sát thôi. That's it. Just pure observation. Chỉ quan sát một cách thuần túy. Then during the process of meditation, we're going to find out what is real, what is unreal. Còn trong lúc cái quá trình tập thiền đó chúng ta sẽ cần tìm ra được rằng cái nào thật, cái nào giả ở bên trong đó. The real is always there. The unreal comes and goes. Cái thật lúc nào cũng có mặt, và cái giả lúc cái giả nó cũng có mặt, nhưng mà có rồi nó đi. Very easy to detect that. And gradually we become less attached to the unreal. Dần dần chúng ta không có bị dính mắc nhiều về những cái giả đó. So what is real? What is unreal? Cái gì thật, cái gì giả bây giờ? Is this body real? Cái cơ thể này là thật không? Since the day you were born, I'm on another song right now, and my last sentence of that song is that yesterday you were born, and today you found out that you have gray hair already. Giờ Tâm đang làm một cái bản nhạc, và cái bản nhạc nó nói là hôm qua vừa sinh ra, hôm nay tóc đã hai màu rồi. So we can relate it back to when we're 5, 7, 10, 20 years old in the past. Chúng ta có thể quay lại lúc 5 tuổi, 10 tuổi, 20 tuổi trong quá khứ. Are we different or are we the same? Chúng ta có giống như vậy hay không, hay là khác rồi? Of course, at 5 years old, you were only this tall, for instance, and now you're much taller. But it's still the same body. Lúc 5 tuổi thì mình cao bao nhiêu đó thôi, nhưng mà bây giờ tới giờ này thì mình cao hơn nhiều. Nhưng mà nó vẫn còn, nó cũng vẫn cùng là một cái cơ thể này thôi. But by implying with nature, this body is going to be decay and sometimes going to stop. Tuân theo định luật vô thường thì là cái cơ thể này nó sẽ tàn lụi và một ngày nào nó sẽ ngưng đi. So this body is not real. The mind. You still can remember the times, the incident when you were 5 years old. Cái tâm thức của mình vẫn có thể nhớ được lúc mình 5 tuổi là như thế nào. And then as of right now, you still remember, you still can experience. Cho tới bây giờ là chúng ta vẫn có thể trải nghiệm được cái tâm của mình. Is the mind of 5 years old and the mind of now is different? Cái tâm lúc 5 tuổi và cái tâm bây giờ này có khác nhau hay không? At 5 years old, we don't have much experience, so we don't have much of thoughts or anything. We just play around. 5 tuổi không có gì để suy nghĩ hết trơn á, thành ra. But as we grow older, lots of things become part of us. Khi mà mình lớn lên thì là tất cả nó có những cái rất là nhiều chuyện để mà nó tạo nên một phần của mình. The mind of 5 years old and the mind of now can change prospectively. Cái tâm 5 tuổi và cái tâm bây giờ này có thể thay đổi qua cái nhìn của mình. because of the change and the impermanence. Therefore, the mind which we think, which we created, which we are with it, is not real. Bởi vì cái tâm sự suy nghĩ, cái tâm sáng tạo, cái tâm mà mình đang hiện có bây giờ, thật sự nó không phải là cái tâm thật. Then we go to a deeper layer, đi sâu thẳm hơn chút xíu nữa. The knowing of this body, the knowing of the mind. Cái giác biết của cái cơ thể này và cái giác biết của cái tâm has it changed? Nó có thay đổi hay không? The experience, the knowing subjectively at 5 years old, and the experience of knowing subjectively as of right now never change. Trải nghiệm của cái biết hồi 5 tuổi và trải nghiệm của bây giờ nó không có thay đổi. That which never change is real. Cái nào mà không thay đổi thì cái đó là thật. And by that, we realized this is the real who we are. Bởi vì những cái như thế cho nên chúng ta hiểu được rằng cái này mới là thật của ta. We can discern that which is real, which is unreal. Now, your job is to let go the unreal and stay abided with the real. Khi mà mình có sự khác biệt giữa cái nào thật và cái nào giả rồi thì là bây giờ cái giả mình buông đi và mình sống với cái thật. Very simple, rất là đơn giản. Don't let thoughts and emotions master you. Đừng có để cho cái sự suy nghĩ và trạng thái tâm thức làm ông chủ của mình. Because those are not real. Cái đó không có thật. We have to master those things because of we have a choice. Mình phải làm ông chủ của những cái sự kiện đó bởi vì chúng ta có một cái sự chọn lựa. Cái sự chọn lựa cái nào thật và cái nào giả để mà mình sống tới. We have a choice of knowing which one is real, which one is unreal, and therefore intellectually that we can let go of those. After all, in some Zen teachers, by realize the knowing that is enlightenment. Có những thiền sư dạy khi mà mình hiểu được cái giác biết rồi, cái đó là cái giác ngộ đó. Cái đó là một cái sự tỉnh thức, sự giác ngộ. Very easy. It's not that far. Nó không có gì xa vời hết. Nó dạy ở trong cái thân này. Right here and now we can really experience it. And the more we understand that the more that we let go, the more we become non-attached. Khi mà mình hiểu được như vậy rồi thì là mình dễ buông xả và mình bớt dính mắc đi. I keep promoting non-attachment, but when I look at myself, my own self, I'm attached. Tâm lúc nào cũng nói về cái sự buông xả mà thật sự là chính bản thân mình dính mắc mà mình không hay. I'm in charge of the kitchen. Giác tâm coi sóc về cái phần nhà bếp nhiều. So when people cut in vegetables, they're so particular that it has to be this way, that way, and such. And I look at the people in Israeli with Palestinian in Gaza. I kept telling them that, you know, the people over there, they don't have any food to eat, and here you have plenty of food, and then you're so particular the way how you cut it before you eat it. Các vị ở nhà bếp cắt rau cải phải cắt như thế này mới được. Mà trong khi đó nhìn lại cuộc chiến tranh của người Do Thái với người Palestine đó, họ không có thức ăn, mà mình ở đây là mình phải cắt như thế này mới đẹp, ăn nó mới ngon. And sometimes I was mad. Thỉnh thoảng với Tâm cũng có dặn ví dụ đó nữa. Why? Here, one hand I promote detachment by doing simple things. My way is that, why don't you just be simple, cut it and eat it? Đơn giản cắt rau cải thôi, rồi để ăn thôi, chứ đâu cần gì mà phải cầu kỳ tính cách cắt đó. But can you see the attachment, my own attachment? The attachment of simplicity. Can you see that? My own. Mặc dù Gia Tâm lúc nào cũng đề cao về cái vấn đề mà buông xả, mà chính Gia Tâm không có buông xả được, bởi vì khi mà họ cầu kỳ, mình thì đơn giản, mình muốn họ đơn giản giống như mình, thì cái đó là cái mà mình bị dính mắc mà mình không thấy được. So the level of detachment varies. Sự buông xả nó có nhiều bất độ giới hạn. Therefore, I would say that as of right now, that the best word to describe non-attachment is that be as ease. Cái chuyện tốt nhất để mà diễn tả về cái sự buông xả là hãy để cho nó tự nhiên. It doesn't matter if they're so particulated in cutting in this way, in that way, it's okay. Or they can be cutting in a simpler way, it's okay too. Then that is the definition of being as it is. Cắt sao cũng được, cắt cầu kỳ cũng được, cắt không cầu kỳ cũng được, bởi vì mình đã buông xả rồi. So the more that we practice, the more deeper, the more insightful we are càng thực tập thì cái nội quán nó càng sáng tỏ hơn. And from there that we detect a lot of demerits in ourselves. Và càng sáng tỏ chúng ta càng thấy được những cái lỗi lầm sâu thẳm ở trong thân của mình. And therefore the book, the most important books that we wanted to read is our mind. Thành ra cái cuốn sách mà quan trọng nhất là cái cuốn sách đọc về cái tâm của chính bản thân mình. And that can lead to liberation. Từ những cái đó có thể đưa đến chúng ta đến giải thoát. You don't have to go anywhere, không có cần thiết phải đi đâu hết trơn á. Being right here, liberated, ở ngay tại chỗ này được giải thoát. Think of Buddha, think of the world of Buddhas, or think of the realm of Buddhas, think of some kind of high meditation. Đừng có nghĩ là Đức Phật ở đâu xa. Đừng có nghĩ là phải một cái tâm cao thượng nào, phải một cái tâm gì đó. Right here, right now. Practice being as is. Ngay lúc này, ngay đây và bây giờ, thực tập thấy được, cứ như vậy là được rồi. If we can do that, then we're free. Nếu mà chúng ta có thể được như vậy thì chúng ta đã được giải thoát rồi. And when you're free, we're free. We don't have to go anywhere because there's nowhere to go. Và khi mà chúng ta giải thoát rồi thì đâu cần phải đi đâu nữa, bởi vì nó không có một cái chỗ nào để đi hết trơn á. So keep reading. Hãy đọc. Read the mind. This doesn't mean that I negate the Google or the artifact out there. Không phải như thế này rồi mình loại bỏ đi những cái kiến thức trong Google hoặc là những cái gì, không phải là như vậy. But everything externally is skillful means. Bất cứ một cái gì ở bên ngoài mà chúng ta học là một cái phương tiện thiện xảo. In order to help us on the path of liberation, để mà giúp chúng ta trên cái con đường mà tu tập giải thoát. You don't have to be a Buddhist. You don't have to be a Catholic. You don't have to be anything at all. Mình không cần thiết phải là một Phật tử. Mình không cần thiết phải là một tôn giáo Thiên Chúa giáo. Because of we all possess a mind. Bởi vì mỗi người trong chúng ta đều có một cái tâm. And particularly meditation doesn't belong to Buddhism. Thiền không phải là một cái sản phẩm của Phật giáo, không phải. Anybody can practice. Ai cũng có thể tập được hết. Chỉ có nhìn lại bản thân mình thì đó là thực tập rồi. We can do it. Only thing is that we turn back ourselves internally and that is meditation. Very easy, simple. try to erase the line between religions. Dân ta muốn xóa đi cái ranh giới của tôn giáo. Meditation has no religion. Thiền không có tôn giáo. Then that is the true meditation. Khi mà thiền không có tôn giáo thì đó mới thật sự là thiền. So hopefully, by tonight, some of you may gain enlightenment. Hy vọng rằng qua buổi tối hôm nay sẽ có một vài vị chứng quả. I truly hope. Dân đồng rất là hy vọng như thế. Especially Daniel. I'm going to tackle on you, Daniel. We were talking about the common mind, and it's not me sitting here and then you try to learn from me. Không phải là Gia Tâm ngồi ở trên này rồi các vị học hỏi từ Gia Tâm, không phải là vậy. I can see the beauty in each of you, and I try to learn from that. Yes. Gia Tâm có thể nhìn được những cái đẹp ở trong tâm của các vị, và Gia Tâm học từ những cái đẹp đó. We're just like a filter, mình giống như một cái vợt vậy đó. The function of the filter is that it can discard water and keep the ground. Chức năng của cái vợt thì có thể rằng là bỏ nước lấy cái, giống như là mình luộc mì. Or we can discard the ground and keep the water. Hay là chúng ta có thể bỏ cái lấy nước, giống như là pha cà phê. Then that's how we study meditation. That's how we study your co-worker. That's how you study the people surrounding you. That's how you study different religion. Cái đó là cái cách mà mình học những người xung quanh, học được những tôn giáo bạn. So anything at all, please. Có gì thấy không? Có thể nói tiếng Việt không sao đâu. Like something like on Christmas. Yes, Daniel.
Could you tell me what that fruit is up there? I've never seen anything like that before. So big.
Oh, that's a
Pomelo?
no, it's a grapefruit.
That's a grapefruit?
Yeah, no, there's no pomelo.
Something like that. Trái bưởi đó. Yeah, they inject a lot of chemicals, therefore they grow back. That's all.
It's mostly peel.
Yeah.
Half of it, vỏ.
It's real thick peel?
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
But you use it for aromatic, you can pull it up in your house or something. It smells really good. Very citrus.
Especially that if we display such a fruit, they last for a long time, real long time.
Yeah. Once you peel it, it's maybe like, a softball size.
That's
So it's
very
really
funny.
thick. Yeah, it's like 2 inches of peel. But it's really good. I don't know what kind of mix, but it's grapefruit, but it's really sweet. Not like super sweet, but sweeter than a typical grapefruit. It's not like American type grapefruit where it's really sour and your eyes are kind of tinged, because it's so sour. But yeah, these are really delicious.
Is that imported?
I don't know if it's imported or the growing. It probably is from South America. I don't know if they come from Asia, but during this time through Lunar New Year, people get very common gift for Lunar New Year. So.
We can continue the same question. So, what do you do with the fruits behind there? Like, do you ever eat them, or do you just throw them away after they go bad? Or you eat them?
Yeah, throw into our stomach.
We were having a discussion over the weekend. We have a friend of ours who's Christian. I grew up Muslim. So we're talking about when our parents hear that we're coming to the temple, and the first thing they see is the statue. So they go like, the assumption is they are worshipping the statue. And since like Christianity and also Islam, they only believe in one God, and that God, in Islam specifically, there's no picture of God. So the God, you cannot draw God or see him, nobody knows. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll come and ask you, because I know before they explained why you have the Buddha sitting there. Maybe you could tell us the explanation. I know there's different kinds of.
Many people ask that why do you worship a piece of stone, and those are the symbols. Those are already simple to. Let's say that when we see the statue of the Buddha, we reflect to ourselves that the word Buddha means awakening. If we probe deeply into the word awakening, that's not very far from be mindful. That's it. So when we look at the Buddha, reflectively, we are mindful of ourselves. When we look at what is it? I forgot. Daniel?
Sariputta.
Samantabhadra.
Samantabhadra. And
Manjushri.
Manjushri, wisdom.
Do you need to translate also to Vietnamese?
Compassion. Tại khi mà gặp tượng đó, mình quý kính tượng, nhưng mà mình phải quay trở lại cái bản thân của mình rằng là Đức Phật là đấng giác ngộ, thì trong cái tánh giác đó là mình có trong mình quay trở lại, mình gặp tượng thì là mình nhớ cái tánh giác của mình, chứ không phải gặp rồi cái quỳ lại rồi cái dân bông dân trái cây làm đủ thứ chuyện hết. Cái đó thì nó hơi trật. Kể cả các vị Bồ Tát cũng vậy đó, tượng trưng cho trí tuệ, for wisdom, for compassion. So when you look at the statue, you reflect to yourself that I have a compassion that I need to work it out. Such a thing like that. And so it's all about the symbol which remind us the qualities, all the qualities of those symbols, they contain from within us. And therefore, a lot of people that did not understand that, and they try to worship a piece of stone. And so
you see we have the flowers up there. To look pretty, it's also a reminder of us of impermanence. Because they look pretty at a time and they will, just like us.
Christy.
Oh, I was gonna say that's a great question. I'm reading that little orange book,
Yes.
and I realized while reading like the first part of it that the Buddha nature is everything, it was very clear that it, you know, that it's just, it could be anything, right?
Yes, the
Yeah.
Buddha nature is everything, and therefore it could be anything.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And then in meditation, I get like the bounce back, where it's like, you know, something shiny and I follow, and then but I notice that it happens more.
Oh.
The more, you know, I sit in meditation, it happens more frequently
Oh,
than, you know, and of course some days are different, but like tonight I was just very aware that it was a lot of bounce back.
okay.
So
Great.
that was kind of cool.
Great. But I'm attached to it.
Yeah.
It's just a process of the mind is at work right now because of mind conditioning, and therefore it is working in that way and such and such.
Yeah.
Therefore, but either way, that good progress or bad progress to attach to it. Các bạn có những lúc cái tâm mình ngồi thiền rất là tốt, có những lúc mình ngồi thiền rất là tệ. Đừng có dính mắc tới nó. Tại nó là như vậy, bản chất của tâm là như vậy. So it's one more thing to experience, that's all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then a lot of as we go on, you know, we experience more. Khi mà càng thực tập thiền thì mình càng có trải nghiệm nhiều hơn nữa. Yeah. Marcus, please share your experience.
I don't have much recently. I've just been contemplating, you know, purpose. And, well, the main thing I see is like, you know, every day it's kind of the same thing. You know, each week it's the same thing. So I'm kind of contemplating my purpose and what, you know, kind of like what's the point? So because every week we're doing the same, you know, there's not much change. So I just see myself getting older and doing the same thing. So I'm kind of wondering, it's like, okay, I mean, it's okay, but you know, it's just accumulating wealth, accumulating all these assets, so that, you know, so at what point so I can retire and then do the things I want. I should be doing the stuff that I want to do now instead of just accumulating all this. So, you know, less on just doing and understand why I'm doing. So that's what I'm contemplating.
Do you want to translate that?
Suy diễn tư duy. Is there something wrong with contemplating? As we study meditation, is there something wrong with contemplation? Cái tư duy có sai không khi mình làm thiền? No, it's not. Không phải là như vậy. If we have to contemplate, please do. Nếu mà mình cần phải tư duy thì mình phải tư duy thôi, chứ nó không có gì sai hết trơn á. Because a part of us is that realistically that we have to plan. Like I said, that soon as we got up, you know, out of from sleep, then we start planning. Nghĩa là từ lúc thức giấc này là bắt đầu mình phải suy tính rồi. You plan how to go to work. You calculate yourself. Okay, time for drinking, and then time living in the house, going to the car, driving to work. That is contemplation too. Calculation. So it's part of life. Tư duy và suy tính thì nó một phần của một phần của mình, thành ra mình không có thể nào mình tránh khỏi hết trơn á. Nhưng mà nếu cần phải làm thì mình sẽ làm. But if you need to do it, then do it. You study meditation not to turn yourself into a stone. Mình không phải học thiền để mà mình trở thành một cái cục đá, không phải vậy. Chuyện cần làm phải làm. Need to pay bills, you have to know how to. cần trả tiền bill thì mình phải biết phải làm sao chứ. So it's part of life. Nothing's wrong with contemplation at all. Nothing's wrong. Không có gì sai phải gọi là tư duy. Please stay down.
So, Marcus, do you have any possible ideas about something that you might want to do different?
Go fishing.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, it's like I when I was younger, at least when Lynn was still here, or Yuan was still here, you know, companionship, we had, you know, someone to talk to. So now my talk to is my thoughts. So just contact my thoughts and go, okay, well, I see her in February, you know, just as a courtesy thing, and then bring the stuff that she wanted me to bring. And so it's just, you know, going through the process, like Thay was saying. But, you know, I have what I need. And I think someone said it best. I was listening to some Dharma, I wouldn't say Dharma talks, but I guess this professor of marketing, you know, he's made a lot of money too. And he was saying that, you know, in other countries they do certain things. In America we have, you know, it's easy to make money. And it's easy, when you look at the companies, majority of the big successful companies in America, and like Europe might have too. But what the Europeans and like Asia have, what we don't have is they're content. You know, so they take care of themselves, take care of the neighbors. You know, the neighbors better here in America. You know, we have wealth, but what we try to do is put up walls, put up these huge metal fences to protect our like a moat to protect all our investments, just in case someone, you know, might come in, take our packages or mess up our property. You know. Take our cars or our, you know, catalytic converters, that kind of stuff. So I'm like, you know, that's when I start contemplating. It's like, well, okay, do I keep accumulating wealth and just keep working, or do I, you know, find a path that has, you know, more meaning, just and be content, and instead of just keep chasing that money and until I'm, you know, 65, and well, in my opinion, that's way too old for Americans, for us to retire. That's great, you know, to accumulate that wealth and retire at 65. But I think maybe 55 might be a good time, and still have my health and do other things. So, just a lot of thinking.
You're going to travel to Vietnam in February?
Yes. Yeah. So I'll see Yuan or Lynn for 3 weeks, and then, you know, do my practice there too.
Do your what again?
My practice, double my practice there.
Mm-hmm.
It is nice to, because in America we don't take enough time to step away, you know, nghỉ tí đó, and separate from our phone, all the stuff we have at home. I mean, you step away for at least 3 weeks, you really realize how much we are attached to, you know, our own kitchen, our own house, and constantly looking at our phone and seeing, you know, what messages come through, who's texting us, what's going on with our family and friends. And when you're gone 3 weeks, you really realize it doesn't matter, and you have peace, and you can actually have time to reflect on your thoughts. Because otherwise, there's too much distraction. That's what I've noticed. So, you know, even if I take some time off over the weekend, by Monday it's back to, you know, prep before then. You know, like Thay says, you got to pay the bills. So start thinking about work already on a Sunday, and instead of just focusing on your own practice and your own thoughts and seeing what's really important.
What's a mundane life. So it's I was thinking of funny jokes that I made that nowadays everybody has a cell phone. So do you buy insurance for your fingers yet?
Yeah.
So you have to buy insurance for your finger in case that you cannot use it. So
There's always voice dictation too.
voice. So like we buy insurance for our voice, yes. So, in a way.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'll add to a joke. I once asked my niece, I said, let's go walking. She lives in California. I said, let's go exercise. She says, no, I'm exercising by my with my fingers. That's her exercise. She's just moving her fingers. Yeah. I was going to ask you, so you said you don't read anymore. Does it mean you don't read Dharma also, or are you talking about just reading spiritual books? Or?
I do read, but in the morning I spend about an hour reading news, Vietnamese in Vietnamese language and in American language. But somehow I'm not attached to all of that I read. I just followed, the current events out there, and that's it. But you see that I rarely say something about politics and such, but I do know, Donald Trump's gags and such and such. So, but I'm not attached to such a thing.
We have to stay away.
So
It
it's
depresses me too much if I read the news every morning. I'll be too sad. So I'm not touched.
yes, and the subject that I'm more interested in was something about meditation, something about the mind, the brain, especially Daniel that knows the brain a lot. So that's anyway. Anything else? Có gì nữa hỏi nữa? Yes, yes.
You were talking about how being the 5-year-old and then growing, and I was what doesn't change is awareness.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what you're saying, like perception and of what's happening, but just the awareness has always been the same.
Always been the same. Awareness always been the same. The perception involves with perspective and such a thing that perception is just like a tool, and sometimes the tool get messed up.
Yeah.
It's in conjunction with, for instance, with the mouth, the eyes, and the eye perceives. The perception is gonna transfer those data back into the mind, but sometimes somehow it gets messed up along the way, and therefore, when we dial a phone number, we thought that, oh, I did dial it right, but actually I was mistaken. Oh, it was the wrong number that I dialed. Such a thing like that. So it's but whether that you dial correctly the phone number, or you dial it wrongly the phone number, the awareness stays the same. Yep. So at 5 years old, your awareness at the age of 5 years old, and as of right now, the same, isn't it? Yep.
Sometimes I wish I had never seen a mirror.
Never seen a mirror.
Like where I'd never seen my own face, because then I wouldn't be so.
Thousands of years ago, people didn't have mirrors.
Yeah.
Just had maybe a lake or something, see our reflection. That's about it.
Yeah.
Why are you afraid of seeing the mirror?
Well, not afraid, but just the identification.
Okay.
With the body.
Okay. Change it.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Because in experience, there is no self, right? It's
Yes.
just the world.
yes.
but then the mind is always coming back to the
Yes.
face and the body. And
Yes, yes. We attached to what the best we used to be, and now as we grow older, if you would have seen the picture when I was in my early 20s, you wouldn't imagine.
What was quite
long
different?
hair.
And do you want to translate anymore, or
Nếu mà các vị mà có thể nhìn cái hình mà lúc mà cái tuổi mà cái tuổi 20 của Giác Tâm có quý vị, I play music, of course, so my hair was long and wavy, and especially that I want to sit on the top of the bus so the wind can blow and the hair flies away. Think about it. Hồi đó chơi nhạc nó
I
thành
can see it
ra
now.
tóc dài, tóc quăng, rồi cái ngồi ở trên cái xe buýt đó, rồi cái gió nó thổi bay tóc nó bay đó, cái mình thấy mình thích lắm. Nên nào, còn bây giờ thì là nó đây. So it's a total change.
Thay?
Yes.
Yeah, when I was in high school, I had extremely long hair and very curly. It looked kind of like Art Garfunkel, if you know.
Oh, yes, yeah. We were talking about Daniel, that if he grows his hair long and then he put on some permanent waves, and he could be an American Bodhidharma. Để mà tóc ổng mà dài ra cái uốn nó hơi lọn đó, cái là nó giống như là tổ Bồ Đề Đạt Ma mà kiểu của người Mỹ.
Right, way down here.
Yes,
Yeah, nothing up here.
yes. Bodhidharma is just like that, but now you know an American version.
American, right.
Where you become liberated, where you become non-attached through meditation, through observation, and understand deeply what inside of us mindfully, then we're just like the Buddha. Not quite like the Buddha, but at least. Thank you. I forgot to talk about